with our first dual meet of the night. Our first matchup will be a forfeit. Philip Eady getting a forfeit at 106, the sophomore, picking up win number 6 of the season. And at 113 it'll be Corbin Rowley for Decorah. Rowley at 0-2 and Trevor Vick at 0-1 for Caledonia. So only one of the first 4 weight classes will have a match, and it will be right here at 113 pounds.
This is Corbin's first time down at 113 too. He's been wrestling at 120.
And we're underway.
Nice snap down, go behind.
No points awarded. Actually, they did award 2 points for Rowley, and they go out of bounds. 2-0 Rowley with the lead with 1:51 left here in the period. 1:51 left here in the period as Vick trying to get to his feet to try and
coming around to the switch. Steps across the other direction now. He's got Corbin covered on the edge of the mat.
2-0 Rowley with the lead as the clock is not running right now, and there's a reversal to make it 2-2. So a lot of action in 9 seconds, but it's been more than 9 seconds.
Yeah, it has been.
Somebody asleep at the switch over there on the far side, and we're underway once again. 2-2 the score here at 113 pounds. Philip Eady receiving a forfeit at 106. Rowley in the down position, trying to establish a base off to the side is the Caledonia wrestler Vick, and they go out of bounds with 1:38 left here in the period. 2-2 the score.
Yeah, Vick rode him out of bounds on that ankle to get the arm off of that.
And a cover here for Vick and a restart with 1:37 left in the period. Rowley trying to circle around and establish a base up to a tripod now, and trying to switch.
Nice switch.
And he's able to circle around. No points awarded yet. He has control of that ankle.
You got to get behind far enough to get over the leg. If he can get over that leg and hook it, that should give him points.
But he's unable to do so to this point. Rowley is on top now, working through the crotch area.
And he stepped over.
And Vick's still in control now. It's 2-2, 1:05 left here in the first period. Now Rowley was in danger of going over, but Vick didn't get the half in time. Vick continuing to ride him with a leg in off to the side of the mat with 53 seconds left in the period. Decorah got a forfeit at 106, and they'll be giving up 20 and 26 tonight. And now Rowley on his back at a count of 1 on the edge of the mat, now gets a 2 count. There'll be 2 back points awarded to Tanner Vick as they remain on the side of the mat.
Rowley still got that cradle in. You know, Coach Friedoff said in the pre-meet talk there that they'd cradle you in. They will. We saw that in the JV meet too.
And out of bounds they go. 2 back points.
2 back point near fall
awarded to Vick, and it's 4-2 with 16.5 seconds left here in the first period. Rowley will restart on the bottom, trying to establish a bait. He gets up to that tripod again, but no hand control established. And Vick will continue to be in the top position. Gets off to the side, tries the cross base, 4 seconds left in the period. He won't be able to do anything with it, and it's a 4-2 lead for Vick as we go to period number 2. Rowley's choice, he will defer.
Our choice, we deferred.
And down will go
Rowley.
Vick to start this period.
Vick, yes.
4-2 the lead for Vick, a reversal and 2 near fall points in that first period. Rowley working off to the side, has the arm tied up in front of him, now trying to stuff the head and circle around. 1:40 left here in the period, a 4-2 lead for Vick, but Rowley pretty tough up top here, Dave.
Yeah, put a lot of pressure on. He's riding up fairly high. Now he tried to goodness sakes. Yeah, Rowley tried to come up underneath him and stopped on his back.
Vick has at least a 5 count now, and Rowley on his back in a dangerous position here with 1:12 left here in the period, and there's the fall. The fall occurs in 2 minutes and 50 seconds, so Vick with the fall for Caledonia to tie up the duel at 6-6, and Decorah will give up the next 2 weight classes. Kyle Kavanaugh will get a forfeit at 120, and Isaac Denstad will get a forfeit at 126. Kavanaugh kid ranked number 4 in the state in class 1A at 113 pounds. In the lineup at 120 to receive the forfeit victory here tonight. He's only a freshman, but was in the state tournament last year. Of course, up here in Minnesota, you can wrestle varsity as 7th graders. The next match will be at 132. Peyton Schott for Caledonia and Brendan Lovestoon with his first varsity match for Decorah. Of course, Brendan's dad, Aaron, a kid you coached back in the day, makes you feel a little young, right?
You bet. Yeah, it was a while ago.
So it'll be 18-6 Caledonia as we move on to 132 pounds. Brendan Lovestoon, freshman for Decorah. Peyton Schott, a freshman for Caledonia. And Schott has not wrestled a varsity match yet this year as well. And that's where you got to take a freshman in the state of Minnesota with a little bit of a grain of salt, because I'd imagine this kid's seen some at least JV matches.
Yeah, they could have had 2 years of varsity competition already.
Exactly.
As a 9th grader. I'll tell you, some of those junior high kids that wrestle up here at the varsity level are pretty tough too. You better not look at that number beside their name and think you got an easy go of it, because you don't. That deep shot, the head outside single by Schott.
Lovestoon trying to counter, now switching off to a double. A shot, he gets Lovestoon up in the air and takes him down for the takedown. Shot up by a 2-0 margin 20 seconds into the period.
Now he goes around for that crossface, and now he's pulling that shoulder down.
Nice aggressiveness there by Schott, getting that takedown and just keep working like that.
Yeah, we're coming over the leg. He does that roll through. We stepped over his leg. He grabbed the head and rolled us through. Brendan doing a good job of trying to come up on top. Can't do it. Now Schott's getting their fall points.
He's got at least 2 with 1:05 left here in the period. Schott here at 132 pounds with Caledonia leading the duel 18-6.
Still
started at 6.
Still with that crossface in tight. Clear up around the head. Brennan getting back up to his feet here. He's got to pull an arm out. Schott is up around. Schott's real high.
40 seconds left here in the period. Schott still
Brendan needs to
controlling the head of Lovestoon, but he's able to break free, and Lovestoon gets the reversal.
Got that arm through and come up with a reverse.
4-2 the score. Schott on top. 25 seconds left in the period. Period number 1 here at 132. Caledonia leading the duel 18-6.
We were riding that ankle, but Caledonia came right back and took it away from us. Peeled that wrist off. It's like we're trying to cradle of our own here.
7 seconds left in the period. Now Brendan's getting back points. He's got 3 seconds left in the period. Will he be able to finish the move? He will not, but 2 back points for Brendan Lovestoon, and it's 4-4 going to period number 2. The first 2 near fall points of the duel for Decorah right there. And actually, they gave him 3 near fall points, so it's a 5-4 lead for Brendan Lovestoon. It'll be the Caledonia, actually it'll be Decorah's choice. They deferred, and Schott is going to go down once again. Look for a switch off the whistle. He does get able to get to his feet. Lovestoon still with the hand control, and takes him back down with a mat return.
Good job of taking him. They took him down really flat too. Put him right out. The referee run right around to see if he'd locked hands, but he released him before he hit just as he hit the mat.
Trying to establish a base here is Schott.
Schott tried to stand up. Lovestoon went behind the knee and tipped him over backwards.
1:27 left in the period. Lovestoon with a 5-4 lead here at 132 pounds. The first varsity match in the career of Brendan Lovestoon.
Brendan Lovestoon doing a tough ride on top, putting a lot of pressure on. He's looks like he's trying to put that head to the knee and get a cradle. I think he may have it. Does he have it locked up yet?
It appears that he was close to it, but now reaching back for the head and going on through.
Yeah, Schott got his arm through.
Getting the arm through and getting the reversal, and he takes a 6-5 lead with 55 seconds left here in the second period.
Kid's been doing a lot of wrestling here in that second period. Brendan back on his knees.
Brendan able to get to the tripod position. And Brendan's going to step on through. Now reach back and he pinned him. Brendan Lovestoon starts his varsity career with a fall in 2:25 or 3:25.
Defensive fall. He just pushed Schott's shoulders back to the mat. I don't think Schott knew exactly where he was at, how much trouble he was in. And the ref calls the fall.
So that makes it 18-12 Caledonia at 132 pounds, or after 132 pounds. Let's move to 138. Devin Stortz coming off a runner-up finish at the Bob Murphy Invitational in Manchester over the weekend. Devin at 4-1 with 3 falls this year. David Seymour wrestling at 2-3 for Caledonia as we're underway here at 138. Caledonia leading the duel 18-12. We wrestle at 138. We started scratch at 106 tonight.
And kind of an ear-to-ear tie here. Both boys trying to fight. Nice shot for head outside single shot, but didn't get hold of the leg.
Devin in the underhooks as the underhooks in on Seymour, but when he tried to make the move, he ran out of real estate on the side of the mat, so out of bounds they could go. Neutral restart with 1:31 left here in the period. No score yet here at 138. Devin off to a solid start, ranked number 10 at 138 according to the predicament initial rankings in Class 2A.
Yeah.
State qualifier a year ago.
Both right on the edge of the mat.
1:05 left in the period. A reach for a shot by Seymour, but Stort's able to get the hips back, and both men go out of bounds with 1:02 left in the period.
Nice ankle shot there by Devin. Seymour, good job bringing his ankles back. Now he changes it into a double. He's got him picked up in the air, puts him right down hard, and comes right up on top. 2 points takedown there for Devin Stortz.
He leads at 2-0 with 48 seconds left here in the first period.
Put him down with some authority there.
18-12, Caledonia leading the duel. We wrestle at 138. We started at 106.
Putting a lot of shoulder pressure in.
30 seconds left during the period. We're off to the side once again is Stortz. Working through the crotch areas. Kept that shoulder pressure on as well.
Seymour's way out to the side. Seymour's kind of clamming up under the bottom, not doing much.
Devin trying to maybe look.
And that's about all he is doing is clamming.
Trying to maybe look for a far side cradle there. That wasn't there. 5 seconds left during the period, and Seymour still in the down position, and the period comes to a close. I'm sorry.
Yep. End of the first period with Devin Stortz leading 2-0.
Stortz's choice. He defers, and Seymour for Caledonia will head down to start the second period.
Well, Devin was putting a pretty tough ride on him there, keeping him broke down. Let's see if he can continue that. That takes a lot out of a guy.
Devin right back to the side, has the near side wrist. Now has the near ankle as well. Devin looking for perhaps that far side cradle once again.
And again, just putting a lot of pressure on Seymour. Seymour's really struggling. He hasn't been able to get to his base yet. Makes some short stabs at it. Now he's back up on his knees.
1:31 left in the period. 2-0 Stortz with the lead here at 1:38.
Now Seymour's trying to come up in a tripod, but didn't make it. Back down on his knees again. Got his head hanging a long ways down the mat. Now he comes up, trying for hand control. Runs toward the edge of the mat, tries kind of a funky roll from his feet, but they go out of bounds. Devin still in control.
1:09 left in the second period. A 2-0 lead for Devin Stortz, and Stortz will start on top as we restart with 1:09 left here in the second period. Again, Caledonia leading the duel 18-12, and Decorah called for the caution.
Yeah, we tried to jump the gun just a little bit.
2-0 the score. Stortz trying to circle around. He's able to get the lift, try to get the return to the mat.
Again.
They work on the side of the mat right now, and Devon's going to be called for locked hands on the edge of the mat with 58 seconds left in the period. So a penalty point coming here for Seymour. So Seymour will start in the down position. 58 seconds left in the period. Stortz leading 2-1 now as Seymour were able to escape. It's a tie as compared to a 1-point deficit. Seymour able to get to his feet. Devon with a mat return, keeping the hand control as they go out of bounds with 53.7 left in the second period. We wrestle at 138. We started at 106. Caledonia leading the duel 18-12. And another
second caution
on Devon Stortz.
I'm not sure about that.
So that's 2 cautions on Devon as Seymour able to get to his feet once again. Hand control still there with Devon. He gets the leg in the air looking for the trip as Seymour kind of fleeing towards the end of the mat as Devon pulls him back in, and Devon able to cover him with 38 seconds left in the period. They're on the edge of the mat once again. Devon circling around, has the shoulder right in the hip.
Official coming around to look for locked hands again.
20 seconds left in the period. 2-1 the lead for Devon Stortz.
He's got Seymour broke down pretty good right on the edge.
It'll be Devon's choice in the third period. 11 seconds left in the period. Do you think about putting him on top once again?
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
Score's too close.
Too close, okay.
Score's too close. And I think he can get away. We'll see. You never know for sure, but
Seymour trying to
what?
We've
been gotten for near hand, locked hands again, but I don't think those hands are. Goodness, I don't think he had locked hands.
And Devon Stort's going to get another penalty point, and Seymour's going to tie this one up at 2. I thought it was 50-50 at best, the call here on the near side as well. But
yeah,
nonetheless, 2-2 the score now as Devon's been hit twice for locked hands. As Seymour able to get to his feet, period comes to a close. We head to the third period. It's Stortz and Seymour tied at 2. It'll be Stortz's choice, and now he will go down.
He's going down.
In a tie match, there's no question.
No. Job of Seymour controlling the elbow there. Stortz tries to stand up. Seymour drove him back to the mat. Now Stortz is on his belly. Got to build a base. Got to get a knee under him and push back over it. Now Seymour starting to move off to the side a little bit. Seymour moves off the side a little more. Well, we could get nailed for stalling here unless we do something. Now Seymour is clear up around up toward the head, but now as Devon gets back to his knees, Seymour comes around behind him.
1:28 left here in the third period. 2-2 Seymour and Stortz. Seymour a sophomore, Stortz a senior for Decorah.
Seymour's doing a good job on top because he's using both ends of his body. He's coming around, controlling the arms now, way out to the side. As soon as Stortz comes up, he comes around behind, covers the back of him. But Seymour's using his legs to control Devon's hips while he works the head and shoulders with his arms.
1:10 left here in the third period. 2-2 the score. Stortz will start in the down position with 1:10 left here in the third. Seymour again
doing a good job of extending Devon, keeping him flat. He's up and trying to work the wrists now. Devon doing a pretty good job of not letting him have the wrists.
54 seconds left in the period. Stortz is in the down position in a 2-2 score. Stortz with a takedown, and Stortz got hit twice for locked hands in the second period. And those are the 2 points that Seymour has, Dave.
Yeah, Seymour's way up over the head now, trying to slip in a power half. Controlling the wrist now, really keeping the hips in tight, making it hard for Devon to move out of there.
30 seconds left in the period. Seymour off to the side, has control of both wrists, as Dave said. 23 seconds left here in the period.
Looking for a half. Devon's up to his knees now, coming out of bounds, and they're out.
16 seconds left in the period. A 2-2 score. Stortz will restart in the down position once again as Seymour continuing to ride tough up top. 2-2 the score. Storts quickly to his feet. Turns and faces. And a reversal for Storts. It's 4-2. Seymour tries to get to his feet. They go out of bounds with 7.2 seconds left in the third. Storts with the reversal. He now leads 4-2.
Now he's got to make sure he can't give him two. Can give him one, can't give him two. And he can't false start either because we've got 2 cautions on us, and that'll be a point. And he's going to give him the point now and start up.
So Seymour given the escape to make it 4-3, 6 seconds left in the period.
Seymour needs to stay. He needs to stay in good position.
Seymour to a leg. Storts circles around to cover, and the period will come to a close, and Devin Storts gets a hard-fought 4-3 win at 138 pounds. So that'll pull the duel within 18-15 Caledonia after 138. Storts getting the late reversal for Decorah with about 7 seconds remaining. And now Tom Kanoki to the hat at 145. He's a sophomore. He will take on Tyler Nelson at 5-1 for Caledonia. And Tom Kanoki sitting here at 4-2 with 2 falls thus far.
Tom has looked pretty good. Let's see what happens. He's got a senior here.
And a senior with pretty decent record to start out with. I know yes, Caledonia wrestled Grand Meadow last week and also competed at the Winona Invitational this past Saturday. Apple Valley was at that tournament. They're usually adequate in wrestling.
Pretty fair, yeah.
139 left here in the period. No real shots yet between Kanoki and Nelson.
Apple Valley, you mean the Midwest national team?
Exactly.
Anyway.
These views do not necessarily reflect the views of others, but Dave Amdahl always tells the truth.
Nice
There's
shot. Head outside single. Brought the leg to his feet. Kanoki with the leg. Deep head outside single. Got to move him, though. Got to move him a little more. Take him off the edge of the mat.
And out of bounds they go with 1:11 to wrestle here in the first period. At 1:45, it's 18-15 in the duel. Caledonia leading. Kanoki and Nelson are 0-0. This is Vikings Radio, 1240 KDEC Decorah and KDECradio.com. Darren Swenson and Dave Amdahl in Caledonia for high school wrestling here tonight. 55 seconds left in the period, still no score.
Good head outside single there, but Nelson blocked it off so he couldn't switch off to a double, and they're both back on their feet again. Double shot, head between the legs by Nelson.
Now he's circling around, still with control of the ankle is Tom Kanoki.
Tom still has an ankle, so they
now he has both ankles.
Kind of got each other's ankles. This ought to be a stalemate pretty quick here, I think.
25 seconds left here in the period. And there's the stalemate that he asked for. 19.1 seconds left in the period.
Now, it was about time.
About or beyond time?
Well, I know, he was watching. You know, if a guy can score off it, you need to let him wrestle, but it didn't look like anybody was going anywhere.
Here's Kanoki with a shot from far away. And Nelson able to stuff the head.
Front headlock. Stuffing the head. He set that up. Nelson set that up nicely. He stuffed Tom's head.
The referee slapped the mat, but that should not be a fall because the buzzer had clearly sounded.
Well, we'll see what he says. What happens here.
And Coach Friedoff is going to come over to the table.
Over the table, yeah.
It was a takedown and at least 3 back points for Nelson.
He stuffed Tom's head down, and when Tom struggled against that, well, he just let the head go and come across with a headlock.
And they're going to give the fall to Nelson.
I'm sure the point the referee made was that he saw the fall before he slapped the mat.
Okay.
And the buzzer sounded as he slapped the mat, so that means he saw the fall before that. I knew we couldn't get anything out of that.
So a 21-15 lead now for Caledonia as Tyler Nelson gets fallen 2 minutes flat, if you will, over Tom Kanoki. And now Dawson Hocklesvik off to a decent start this year for Decorah. He will wrestle at 152 pounds. He will take on Ryan Wagner, a 3-2 record for Caledonia thus far. 24-15 the score.
Well, Dawson has looked good. I was impressed down at Manchester, his mat sense. He just seems to know where to be, and Always lands in the right place, makes turns in the right direction, some things like that.
And for a kid that wasn't out for wrestling last year, that's good to see.
No, this is his first year out in high school.
Dawson able to get to
single. He's in deep. He's come to his feet now. He's got to keep him moving. And there's a trip for Hocklesvik and a cover and a takedown for Hocklesvik as they go out of bounds with 1:33 left in the first period. It's a 2-0 lead for Dawson Hocklesvik. And he got in on that single and controlled the leg and tripped him to the mat. A sit out there on part of Wagner. Dawson follows behind. Guy kind of left the arm behind, and Dawson's going to keep that arm. Now he's got a wing and a wrist.
And he's working off to the side with 1:13 left here in the period.
Going around the head. He's cranking it hard. He's cranking. The referee's down there close, but he's going across the body. Across the body.
Now he lets go of that wrist.
Moves into a half.
And now he's in the half as he steps over. 58 seconds left in the period.
He's got to keep driving. Lift up that knee. He's got to lift up that near knee. He's down to the crotch. Got to be on the knee there. He got him to his back. Got a 1 count. Now he's got, I think, a 2 count.
45 seconds left in the period, so Dawson with plenty of time to work with here.
And he's trying to work up over the head. He's got him pretty tight.
35 seconds left in the period.
Got to stay chest on chest here. Don't let that arm through.
30 seconds left in the period. It'll be at least a 5-0 lead for Dawson Hocklesvik.
See Coach Adams trying to tell him to put that far elbow in his ear.
15 seconds left. And now he's around the knee once again, trying to step over. 8 seconds left in the period. Shoulder in the armpit of the Caledonia wrestler Wagner, and now the period will come to a close. 3 back points awarded to Hocklesvik. Dawson will lead 5-0 going to the second. Caledonia leading the duel 24-15. We wrestle at 152. We started at 106.
We defer.
So far, it's been a forfeit awarded to Philip Eady. Then at 113, Trevor Vick of Caledonia, a fall over Corbin Rowley. Caledonia awarded forfeits at 120 and 126. At 132, Brendan Lovestoon for Decorah with a fall. At 138, Devin Stortz, a decision victory for Decorah. Then Tyler Nelson, a fall over Tom Kanoki at 145. And Dawson Hocklesvik right now leading 5-0 as he starts in the down position.
Interestingly enough, we deferred, and the Caledonia wrestler Wagner here, he chose top position. That's a gutsy call when you're behind 5-0. Apparently he thinks he's pretty good on top, and right now he's trying to lock up a cradle. And he knows what he's doing, and Dawson better be all for hand control.
But riding a little high here is Wagner.
Yeah, he's way high.
With 1:20 left in the second period, Dawson leading 5-0.
Like Dawson trying to come up.
And Dawson almost got through, but still in control is Wagner.
But he's got the hands locked in that cradle, but Dawson rolls all the way through. But he's still got the hands locked. Now he's going to start counting.
Dawson trying to kick free with 52 seconds left here in the period.
He's looked pretty flat there.
And 3 back points awarded to Caledonia wrestler Wagner. It's a 5-3 lead for Hocklesvik. 40 seconds left here in the second period.
Tell you, in a situation like that, when your opponent's behind, he takes top. There's a reason.
Yep. Coach Friedoff talked about Caledonia in their cradles, and
you just got to get you just can't get those hands locked. Once those hands are locked, now we're getting called for stalling on the bottom, and that's probably all right. I don't mind that at all, because we got to get out of there. Wagner is you can just see him pushing that head to the knee. 15
seconds left in the period. Hocklesvik leading by a 5-3 margin, and a quick
another stalling call.
Stall warning on Hocklesvik once again.
So it's 5-4 now.
So now it's 5-4 with 4 seconds left in the period. And 5-4 it will be going to the third period. There's no way in the world you go down here, do you?
I wouldn't go down on him. I'd go neutral. And that's what they're going to do.
A 5-4 lead for Dawson Hocklesvik. A neutral start here in the third period by Dawson's choice.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to. You wouldn't want to go under him. That'd be playing wrestling his match. You want to wrestle your match.
1:45 left here in the third period. A 5-4 lead for Dawson Hocklesvik. He had a 5-point move in that first period, but 3 near fall points and a penalty point awarded to Wagner in the second period.
And he has been called for stalling, so he can't just back out. In fact,
Wagner steps over, gets a takedown, and Dawson Hocklesvik is on the side of the mat. It's going to be 2-2 at least for Dawson Hocklesvik. 1:13 left here in the third period. At least a 6-5 lead here for Wagner. And it's going to be 9-5 once the hold is given up, if it is. 58 seconds left in the period. The 3 near fall points awarded, and they go out of bounds with 55 seconds left in the period. So 9 unanswered points for Ryan Wagner, and he leads Dawson Hocklesvik 9-5 now.
Yeah, he's wrestling and we're not.
52 seconds left here in the period. And now Dawson is in that down position where he struggled mightily in the second period.
You bet. But he's got that cradle, cross-face cradle on there. Now we're trying to put the hand over the other side. But we've got to get the hand on the other side of the head. He's holding the hand in on the wrong side. Got to get the hand on the other side.
38 seconds left in the period. Dawson trying to circle around, but still in control of both legs is Wagner right now, a freshman for Caledonia. 20 seconds left in the period, a 24-15 lead in the duel for Caledonia, and Hocklesvik trailing 9-5 here at 52. We started at 6.
Wagner has the leg in now, so really arching his back.
And Wagner is going to get the victory, 9-5 here at 152 pounds. And that will give Caledonia a lead of 27-15. Just a point right there with Wagner. You may be down 5-0, but keep wrestling, and good things are going to happen.
That's right. That's right. Keep wrestling.
For Decorah, Isaiah Mitchell. For Caledonia.
We move on to 160. Isaiah Mitchell coming off a third-place finish down at the Bob Murphy Invitational in Manchester over the weekend, and Mason Stagmeyer, who's 5-1 with a fall for Caledonia on the mat here at 160. Warriors lead the duel 27-15, and we wrestle at 160. We started at 106. Reaching for a shot there is Mitchell, able to stuff the head and ride him out of bounds as Stagmeyer. Back to the center they go with 1:54 left in the first period.
Stagmeyer, a sophomore. Mitchell, a junior.
Forehead-to-forehead tie with both men. Isaiah coming off a very good weekend down in Manchester.
Shot at another head inside single, out of bounds.
Mitchell had the shot, and they rode him out. 1:38 left during the first period. 27-15, Decorah trailing Caledonia here in the duel. The Viking victory is a forfeit awarded to Philip Eady at 106, a fall from Brendan Lovestone at 138, and a Devin Stortz decision victory at 138. Lovestone's fall was at 132. My mistake. 118 left here in the first period, no score. Both men staying in pretty decent position. Hasn't been able to muster any offense yet. Here's Mitchell reaching for a shot.
Nice reshot. Nice reshot. Was head on a single. Looked for the far knee as they went out of bounds. And back to the middle again.
59 seconds left here in the first period. A 27-15 lead for Caledonia in the duel. We're 0-0 here at 60. Stagmeyer 5-1. Mitchell at 4-3 right now.
That was a nice reshot by Isaiah. Stagmeyer made a shot to the legs and came back up, and Mitchell countered, but fortunately ran out of room. They're out of bounds.
42 seconds left here in the first period. Isaiah lost his first round match down at Manchester on Saturday, but wrestled all the way back to third. Not exactly an easy thing to do, and that was the only full bracket on Saturday as well. A 9-man bracket at 138 pounds. Stagmeyer.
Shot by Stagmeyer. Nice job of taking his hips in. Doesn't control anything on the edge of the mat.
Mitchell trying to circle around, and Mitchell able to get the takedown.
Right on the edge of the mat. What a scramble.
Wild sequence, and Mitchell able to get the takedown with 10.5 seconds left in the first period. Isaiah leading 2-0.
Now he's got to clamp down. We'll get a caution there.
I didn't see an official signal on that caution, but here's Mitchell. Stegmeyer got to his feet. Nice mat return from Mitchell. Another lift will send him back down to the mat. 1 second left here in the first period, and they ride out of bounds. 2-0 the score. Mitchell leading Stegmeyer as we go to the second period. Caledonia's choice, they defer, and Isaiah will go down. And don't know what's in this kid's repertoire, but after watching Dawson, you better be looking out for that cradle.
Nice start. Come down right in the hips, drives Isaiah down to his belly. Isaiah stands up, and all Stegmeyer's got is a foot. Now he's up in a single, tipped him back down to the mat.
1:45 left in the second period. They're on the edge of the mat, pulling him back in with Stegmeyer that time. Stegmeyer has a leg in.
Nice.
Isaiah trying to step through, turns and faces. Stegmeyer still with the hand around the hip, so no point awarded yet. Mitchell is in the underhooks right now with 1:30 left here in the period. Stegmeyer able to circle around once again to return Mitchell to the mat.
Get your one, Isaiah.
And Mitchell will get awarded now the escape to make it 3-0.
Isaiah Mitchell leading 3-0.
1:14 left here in the second period.
Keep your hands out in front of you. Don't relax. Steps back a little bit. Drops his arms.
1 minute left here in the second period.
Come on, get a good active head-hands defense now, Isaiah. Don't cross your feet. Stay in a good stance. Just to bend his knees maybe just a little bit more.
50 seconds left here in the period, as Stegmeyer hasn't really attempted a shot since the two men were neutral. Mitchell to a single as they ride each other out with 39 seconds left here in the second period.
Pretty good job of Isaiah of pushing the head down, pushing the head down, pushing the head down. When he came up with the head, he made a shot, but it was out of bounds.
Caledonia leading the duel 27-15. We wrestle at 60. We started at 6. Mitchell leading here at 60 by a count of 3-0. Here-to-here tie with Stegmeyer having that arm tied up.
Nice deep single around behind. Nice head outside single, came around behind, got one, but didn't capitalize on the one. And Stegmeyer got the reversal. Now Mitchell, Isaiah comes up. We got a head scissors there. That should have.
And they are going to give Mitchell an escape at the end of the period.
Because he was in a takedown position. So it ends up
a 6-2 lead for Isaiah Mitchell as we go to the third period. And Caledonia's choice, they will go down in this period. So a 4-point lead for Isaiah as we go to the third period. Wrestling at 60, Caledonia leading the duel 27-15. Again, we started scratch at 106 tonight. Stegmeyer able to get to his feet.
Looking for
trying to get some hand control. Gets it, turns and faces, and gets the escape to make it 6-3.
Now we need to wrestle smart, stay in good position. We haven't had any stalling calls on us.
Mitchell able to stuff the head on a shot.
But we didn't get around behind. But nice to have those two.
1:35 left here in the period.
You know, it's twice as hard to take somebody down when you're behind, because all we have to do now is stay in good position. Just be active enough we don't get called for stalling, although we could take one.
1:22 left here in the period. Mitchell leading 6-3.
And if we get a good shot, we should take it. The important thing is we just take good shots. Now there, Stegmeyer made kind of a half shot. We should have snapped his head or done something to look aggressive. You've got to have an aggressive defense. Right now, Isaiah's just got a passive defense.
1:05 left here in the third period. A 6-3 lead for Mitchell.
Another half shot and we back up. Too many more of those. It'll cost us a stall warning.
55 seconds left in the period. Stegmeyer in on the shot. Mitchell tried to stuff the head, but he didn't finish the move.
We didn't lock up. We should have locked up a front headlock, and we got the stalling call, which is richly deserved. Like I say, we need an active defense. when he makes bad shots on us, we need to take that front hike. Now he tries a headlock, and he
has the headlock, and a takedown is awarded. No back points awarded. Isaiah able to pop the head out and get the reversal. And I believe it should be 8-5, and now it's 8-6 as Stagmeyer gets the escape.
And that wasn't that good a headlock. It was out of a desperation move, but we didn't try to step in front of it. We tried to hide behind the hips. Got taken over. Lucky we didn't give up back points.
10 seconds left in the period, and riding the man out of bounds, Mitchell is going to get hit for stalling. It is now a 7-6 score.
With 7 seconds. We can't back out of this circle here.
Coach Friedoff is going to question the score. I believe it should be 8-6 right now, or 8-7 right now. Because I've got it at least as a 6-2 lead for Mitchell heading into the third. Stagmeyer got an escape.
Yep, 8-6.
And a takedown, so yeah, it is 8-6. Norwegians can count, I guess.
I guess 8-6.
7 seconds left in the period. 6 seconds left in the period. Stagmeyer trying for the desperation move. Mitchell able to counter, and the period will come to a close, and Isaiah Mitchell gets win number 5 on the season for him as he defeats Mason Stagmeyer 8-6 and pulls the Vikings within 27-18 in the duel. So some things to work on with Isaiah, but all in all, it's a victory.
All in all, it's a victory, and he can wrestle really good. A couple of those things, when he put the guy down, it just didn't put him down and take control.
Let's move on to 170. Nathan Tappy for Decorah. 1-3 with a fall on the season, and he's a sophomore. Mitchell Schmitz, who is 6th ranked at 182, but wrestling here at 170. Mitchell Schmitz so far 3-1. All 3 of his victories have been by fall this year, and Schmitz right in on a leg with Tappy.
Head inside single. Schmitz takes Tappy back to the mat. Tappy tries to switch. Nothing there.
1:40 left in the period, and it's a 2-0 lead for Mitchell Schmitz.
Schmitz riding with those hips really tight. The Tappy extended now.
Schmitz, one of 4 ranked wrestlers in the Caledonia lineup, according to the Guillotine, which is Minnesota's version of the predicament. Yep. Now Schmitz cradles up Tappy, and Tappy on his back. With 1:17 left here in the first period, Tappy trying to kick out of it, but Schmitz has got it locked up pretty tight, and there's the fall. Schmitz gets the fall in 50 seconds on Nathan Tappy, and it's 33-18 Caledonia as we move on to 182. Andy Lilligreven injured his collarbone on Saturday, so he is out. And Cole Christopher in the lineup for Decorah, and Sam Semper wrestling for Caledonia.
Both seniors.
Cole's first varsity match of the year right here.
Stemper kid's a well-built young man. Goodness.
The term chiseled comes to mind.
Yes,
and now on the edge of the mat right now, a headlock, and they go out of bounds. And Stemper, if he would have done that about a foot inside, he would have had himself a fall, but both men were out of bounds when the headlock was connected that time. So back to the center they go with 1:40 left here in period number 1.
Nice elbow pass tried by Cole. Stemper squares up. Stemper's backing out of bounds now. Kind of a half shot in there. Another shot, a little too far away. And a headlock by Stemper. Stemper has that locked pretty tight, but no back points yet. Now we're off our hips. We're going to try a roll through though.
1:11 left here in the period. Stemper has the headlock in tight on Cole Christopher. 1:04 left here in the period. The official down taking a deep look.
Cole putting up a pretty good fight. Almost had him roll through, but Stemper settled in with his legs. Now he's sitting back pretty good.
And there's the fall. Stemper with a takedown and a fall on Cole Christopher, and That will seal the deal for Caledonia. They'll get the victory in the duel tonight, 39-18. As we move on to 195, will be Daniel Ott for Decorah. He's 4-2 with 3 falls this year. And Eli Craig for Caledonia. He's 1-0 with 1 fall this year.
Well, I like to watch Daniel Ott wrestle because it's exciting.
Yeah.
He will get after it. And this Eli Craig.
Well, that's the thing with a kid like that. It's going to be exciting one way or the other.
Yeah.
Maybe against you, maybe for you, but
This Craig is
it's never boring.
This Craig is another big boy, and Chisel would be a pretty good apt description of him too.
1:45 left here in period number 1. A 39-18 lead in the duel for Caledonia. 0-0 here at 195.
Trying to snap Daniel down there. He just snaps him past. Down controls the head, whips him by, and he's up for 2-0 Eli Craig.
Here at 195. And we started at 106 here tonight. Craig with that arm extended, working off to the side now, trying to
He's got an arm
tie
up
the arm up on the back, and he has that. With 1:08 left here in the period.
You notice how these Caledonia wrestlers, how tight they hold their hips in?
Yep.
You couldn't slip a dollar bill between their hips and ours. They just really ride tough on top.
Do a pretty good job of getting to that position, and a pretty good job when they get to that position.
He's way out high, but he's got the arm stretched way over the back.
And there's the fall. So Craig with the fall in 1:18 on Daniel Ott to make it a 45-18 lead for Caledonia. As we move on to 220, will be Brent Robley for Caledonia at 1-2 on the season, and Cyric Nelson 1-3 with 1 fall.
For Caledonia Houston,
so
Robley.
We move on to 220. Caledonia now leading the duel, and they will have the victory team-wise tonight, 45-18. The last matchup of the night is Blake Moss, who is the 3rd-ranked heavyweight in Single A in Minnesota, to take on Cole Headington next. But first, we got 220 with Cyric Nelson, a senior. Had a ton of varsity time for Cyric Nelson in his first few years on the mat.
This is a situation, looks like Nelson's quite a little bigger, actually, than Robley.
Nelson to the underhook, or Robley was in the underhooks, and he was able to take Nelson down. Nelson tried to slip out the back door, but Robley was quick and covered.
Yeah, he covered him nicely.
Robley, the sophomore, with the 2-0 lead, and he's going to get hit for locked hands on the side of the mat, so a penalty point for Nelson to make it 2-1. 1:18 left in the period as they restart in the center, and a caution going to happen on Robley as he fell to cover, and he put the thumb behind the left elbow of Nelson. He kind of moved forward a little bit
going to get a
more,
caution
and he
here.
did the same thing again. That's 2 cautions in a row on Robley.
I don't know if he actually signaled a caution on the first one there. I just think he gave him some advice. But we'll see. I just didn't see him look over to the scorer's table and give a big C.
I thought the wrist went up, but hey, you know what?
Okay.
It's dark in here. They only got the light over the mat.
I have one light on here.
So we could be mistaken, but Cyric able to get to his feet, but a mat return by Robley will send it back down to the mat. Cyric up on his knees once again with 40 seconds left in the period.
Needs to keep his feet moving. Just sitting in the tripod won't get you loose. You got to keep the feet moving. Now he's up.
And now locked hand again from Robley to make it 2-2.
Yeah, he locked the hands up before Cyrus didn't get his hands off the mat.
So 2-2 the score as we head to the center once again. Nelson will restart in the down position. 26 seconds left in the period.
You're riding an ankle right now. Just trying to kill the clock, hanging on that ankle. Now he comes up around the waist.
Cyrek able to get to his feet with 15 seconds left in the period, but
the official pretty good. The official, he catches on. He's really watching those locked hands close now.
8 seconds left here in the period.
And we probably need to get up in that tripod again and see if we can bait him into locking him a second time.
And out of bounds they go as the period comes to a close. 2-2 as we go to the second period here at 2:20. Robley with the takedown. Nelson awarded 2 penalty points via locked hands.
Well, I'll tell you that the Robley's got to be a pretty tough kid. He's right there in there with that Craig and that Stempers, a couple of the best built kids I've seen all season.
Well, and at 195, Alex Gorgon, who is not in the lineup tonight, is ranked number 2 in the state at that weight class.
Yeah, so he has his practice work cut out for him. Oh, nice body lock. Stepped in, locked up the body, took Cyrus right to the mat, but Cyrus rolled through, no back points.
So Nelson actually got an escape, I guess, to start the period, and then a quick takedown from Robley, and it's a 4-3 lead. 4-3 lead for Brent Robley here at 220 pounds.
He was riding with a half in, now he's riding with a waist. Again, the official looking down there. When he gets both of his arms underneath that belly, the official watches that pretty close.
He's given 4 penalty points, 4 locked hands tonight as they go out of bounds with 1:10 left here in the second period. A 4-3 lead for Brent Robley.
Now he just let us go. We get a point for the escape. Makes the match 4-4. This is one of those matches that we really haven't done too much in as far as activity goes, but it's 4-4. We could still win it. You just got to hit something. Get some deep penetration.
2 escapes and 2 penalty points for Nelson, and Nelson's going to get it hit for stalling as he heads back to the center. A stall warning on Nelson.
Well, we haven't made any shots, so
it was warranted.
Yeah, and again, we need him to make shots. I'm sure the coaches are hollering at him, shoot, get in there, shoot. So if we get a little help from the official, that'd be okay.
25 seconds left here in the period. 4-4 the score between Robley and Nelson. And here's Robley in on a shot, gets the takedown, trying to get that half. No back points awarded, but he's trying to hook up the half once again, and he won't be able to get the pinning combination. But a late second period takedown will give Robley a 6-4 lead on Nelson as we go to the third.
We stepped in, tried to throw, and got thrown ourselves.
But Robley with 3 takedowns, Nelson with 2 escapes and 2 penalty points, and takedowns win matches last time I checked.
That's
there,
right,
David.
They do.
So Robley's going to go down to start the third period. He leads at 6-4 on Nelson.
Robley comes into a tripod, starts to come up, comes up, turns, and he's got 1 escape. Should make it.
7-4, and that's what the score is. 1:45 left here in the third period. 1:40 left in the period as Nelson's just got to get going here. Cyrek really hasn't taken a legitimate shot in the first 4.5 minutes of this match. And Robley steps through, able to take Nelson
We're going to come over
down.
to the front headlock, but we didn't drop him to the mat. We just stood there with that front headlock on him, and he just locked up around our waist and took us to the mat.
45-18, Caledonia leading the duel here at 220. Only 1 match to go, and that will be the heavyweight matchup at 285. 1:05 left here in the third period. A 9-4 lead for Brent Robley. .53 seconds now left in the period, and Cyrek's been warned for stalling once, and wouldn't be surprised if he would get one once again because he's really not doing a lot down low.
Oh, they were locked. I think that young man just locked his hands around there again.
Officials, it wasn't exactly at the right angle to see it.
No.
30 seconds left here in the period.
Again, we're just on our hands and knees.
Cyrek able to get to his feet, but a mat return from Robley.
Robley does a pretty good job of blocking a heel and then pulling us over backwards. We don't really do a lot to try and turn in.
10 seconds
Now we
left in the
turn in.
period. Nelson
We turned
able to
in.
reach to the leg, but
We turned in, but we didn't drive. We turned in and sat. Look at him. We got driven over ourselves.
and Robley's going to get a 9-4 victory here at 220 pounds. One match to go here tonight. Will be at heavyweight. Blake Moss, who is ranked number 3 in the state in single A in Minnesota, will take on Cole Headington for Decorah. Headington 3-3, but his 3 wins have been 3 falls this year.
He's a pinner. He has that ability to smell blood in the water. If that other kid gets towards his back, Cole gets after it. This heavyweight here, Blake Moss, the chest like a barrel. He's a big man. Gets down, Cole snapped him, tried to get around him. Now he's got double underhook throw.
And they ran out of room on the side of the mat, and that's the only thing saving Cole from being stuck.
Yep. A good call on the part of the referee, because Moss stepped 1 foot out. Cole had both feet out, but when Moss stepped that 1 foot out, hey, nobody has their supporting points on the mat. That's
And
out of
Moss with a
bounds.
takedown on the side of the mat
Right
to
on
make
the
it
edge.
2-0.
Yeah, right on the edge.
Back to the center with 1:32 left here in the first period.
Now Moss has this broke down. Cole, pretty good job of getting his knees under him. Cole braces down again, though. He's trying to get an arm up on the back. He's got a wing in. And now he starts going around the head. Got the wing and a wrist. He's got a wing and a wrist around the head. He's doing a great job of moving around the head. He's got Cole pretty much on his back now. Now he's lowering the shoulder, and I think he's got it, and he does.
And a fall in 54 seconds for Blake Moss. So Caledonia going to win the duel tonight, 54-18. The Viking victories. Filipidi a forfeit win at 106 pounds tonight. Brendan Lovestoon a fall at 132. Devin Stortz a decision victory at 138, and a decision victory for Isaiah Mitchell at 160 pounds. Your thoughts on tonight?
We got to get a lot tougher. We got to hold our position better, and we got to fight harder. We were off. You get in a scramble situation, you get a situation where you have to fight. They fought harder than we did.
All right, David, nice job by you tonight, and we'll look forward to a long day, but what should be a fun day down at the Southwind Invitational on Saturday.
Should be. Look forward to it.
All right, Dave Amdahl exiting the broadcast. Many people to thank for making it possible. First and foremost, our advertisers, the good sports-minded people who helped us bring the coverage wherever you were tonight. Without their help, this coverage would not be possible. So as always, we encourage you to support the businesses who support local high school sports. And lastly, and most importantly, we thank you. That's right, you, the listener, for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast, if not the outcome. The final score tonight, Caledonia beating Decorah 54-18. We'll have high school basketball on the air on Friday night as Decorah will take on Waverly Shellrock at home. Larry Berlin and I will have that for you at 7:30 approximately on Friday night. And then on Saturday, on the internet only, we'll have hold-by-hold coverage of the Southwind Wrestling Invitational. We'll have that beginning at 10 o'clock, and the link to that is available at kdecradio.com. So, for Dave Amdahl, Darren Swenson saying so long from Caledonia. Warriors beat the Vikings tonight 54-18. Thanks a bunch for tuning in. We'll talk to you again Friday night from Decorah.